guys, so for the past couple of days we've been talking about what? Division. That's right. We've been talking about division. So we need to go over our parts of our division, right? So inside of my house there is a den. So I have in my house a dividend. In my house I wear a visor, so I must have on visor. On top of my house I have my potion. So then I should have my quotient. Good job. Alright, so lately we've been doing problems like, I would give you problems like 24 divided by 4, and then y'all told me it would be 6. But today we're going to be practicing it a little bit differently. Using both our methods, we're going to be using our hamburger method. Does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers? But we're going to be using it with word problems. Alright, so here is our word problem for today, and I'm going to read it to you. It says, twin boys, Dylan and Cole, received 34 presents on their birthday. Unfortunately, no one knows who gets which present. Their mom thought it would be a great idea if they divided the gifts up evenly. How many gifts would each boy receive? Alright? So just like I told you, on the other half of our hamburger, we're going to be writing it on the side. Alright, so let me ask you this. So I'm going to erase this. How would I set up my problem? What would be my dividend? Raise your hands. Tell me what would be my dividend. Eli?
34.
34. 34 is my dividend. So 34 represents what? The presents in the store, right? So what would be my divisor? To be tricky, raise your hand. Mia?
2.
Why is 2 my divisor?
Because there's 2 boys.
There's 2 boys, and the 2 boys are what? Dylan and Cole. So the mom said they wanted to make sure we divided the gifts up evenly. So what I want you to do is on the left side of your hamburger, I want you to write this on does. This should be written on does. I think I'm going to do it on mine, just like on mine. It should be written just like that. Thumbs up if you got that. Now remember when I was teaching all about how to divide, you have to ask yourself a
Question.
So what is this question asking us?
Can 2 go into 34? Can 2 go into 34?
So does 2 divide into 34? That's what we should be asking ourselves. Can 2 divide into 34? Thumbs up if you got it. Does 2 divide into 34? Alright. So, just like on our bun, we need to divide it in half again. And so we say 2 going into 34. Now, I told you that we have to ask ourselves what? The question. For this step, we have to do it what? 1 by 1. We have to ask ourselves the numbers step by step. So, you first ask yourself, how many groups of 2 can I make with 3? How many? Can you make a group of 2 with 3? Can you make a group of 2 with 3? Yes. How many groups of 2 can I make with 3? 1. So I put that at the top, right? So remember that my house is like a big multiplication sign, right? 2 times 1 is 2. do next? I have to subtract. Subtract this. So 3 minus 2 is 1. Bring down my 4. This should be on your McDonald's sheet. Make sure you have this down. Our divisor with our first quotient. You gotta remember that. We have to always have to write or multiply the first number to the first quotient number. Alright, this one is our next class is serve. Y'all should have that down. It's on the board. Okay. Remember to divide it in half. 2 goes into 34. Now, what I want you to do is make sure that you circle that you're subtracting. This process is subtracting. Because we have to subtract to be able to what? Ask ourselves the next question. On our next hamburger cheese, we need to be able to know how to check. So this is a cool trick that I thought was kind of interesting. When you get your first digit after you subtract, by looking at your divisor, if your bottom number is bigger than your divisor, then something is wrong. Your bottom number should always be smaller than your divisor. So let's put that as a helpful hand. Part of the question right here, but we're going to still use our steps to make sure we get the whole problem solved. So the first thing we have to do is ask ourselves the first question, which is,
Can 2 go into 34?
to 34, right? So I told you you have to go what? Number by number. So can 2 go into 3? Can we make groups of 2?
Yes.
Yes. How many times?
Once.
Remember we have to, what's the next step? We have to multiply. So 2 times 1 is
2.
2. We subtract it and we get 1. Now we
Bring
have to
down
what?
4.
Hold on, we subtracted. That's
No, we have to
subtracted.
bring down.
So what's the next thing we have to do? We have
Bring
to
down.
check. Check. Let's check it. Is this number smaller than our divisor?
Yes.
So is this number smaller than our divisor?
Yes.
Yes. So that's good. All right. So what's the next thing we have to do? Bring down the
4.
All right. Bring down the 4. All right. Now, are we finished? No, we're not finished. All right. So what's our next thing we have to do? We have to start all the way over by asking ourselves a new question. What's our new question, Eli? All right, Eli. Can 2 go into 14?
Yes.
Y'all say yes. So what do we think we need to do next? We need to be able to multiply. Use your burger. We're going to be what? Multiplying. Right. So let's think of our two facts. We have 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 2 times 4 is 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 7 is 14. And let's stop here. 2 times 8 is 16. So you're right, we have a fact. 2 times 7 is what? 14. So if I put, so if 2 times 7 is 14, where would my 7 go?
Up at the top.
The top of
Where
what?
the quotient goes.
Where the quotient goes, but it needs to be above the 4. Because Ms. Bannister told you what?
Make sure you line up.
Make sure everything is lined up perfectly so we can see it. So now I have to show my work. So the first thing I have to do right now is say 2 times 7 is
14.
So what's my next step after this? I need to
Subtract.
So I'm going to subtract 14 minus 14 and I get
0.
0. Okay, so now I need to check. Is this number smaller than my divisor? Yes. Do I need to bring down anything else?
No.
Why? Because we only have how many numbers?
We only have a 2-digit number.
So we're done, right? So just like in a quick set, I'm gonna erase this. How many presents would Dylan and Cole receive if they divided their presents up evenly?
17.
So Dylan and Cole will receive 17 presents each. The question says that Marlene makes $4 an hour babysitting. If she earned $46, how many hours did
She made. Oh, how many hours did she babysit?
How many hours did she babysit? But what do we know?
That she earned.
Somebody raise your hand. What do we know, Reagan?
She makes $4 an hour and she earned 46.
So we know that she makes $4 an hour and she earns what? $46. So what would be my dividend? Mariah? 46 would be my dividend. Alright. Because this is what? What is a dividend? What is a dividend? Brianna.
The number
The things of what we have. Alright, so what will be my divisor?
the group you have.
And that would be 4. Because she makes $4 an hour and she's earning 46. So we're going to be grouping the 4 into the 46. Alright? So, for homework, we're going to be practicing more of the division using the algorithm and the T-chart. And then we're going to be doing some word problems to practice with our division, okay? So what I want you to do, y'all did a fabulous job. Let's do a firework, okay? Alright? So now what you do is put your math away and we're going to line up.